Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Thank you very much for joining us and supporting our channel. We are discussing how we can address uh, the trailing minus sign issue, which normally encountered when you transfer the data from one system to another. Like in SAP, when we click on the clipboard, we execute the command to transfer the report into the clipboard. And once it is in the clipboard, we paste it in an Excel sheet, so it gets pasted. But when it gets pasted, it normally comes in one column and with some delimiter shown in every line of the data. So using that delimiter, we uh, we transfer the data from column from the text to column function of Excel. We use it, and the data are transferred to the respective columns, right? So text to column is the command, and it is also found in Excel and VBA, and as well as in the normal manual menus of Excel. So we noticed that in Excel there is a issue that when it is done first time with a delimiter, it does it right, but any subsequent attempt of text to column, it does not ask you to use the previously using delimiter, and that goes wrong. That makes the problem, especially with the negative figures. So we have these two files. First file has a problem, and second file we have resolved it. So let me show the problem. In this file, we have the problem. You see, the problem is here. Now it is showing you the negative signs on the right side. This is called trailing minus signs, right? So it has to be actually leading minus sign, right? If it is it gets leading, so then it is a calculatable, and it is treated as a number, calculatable figure. But any such figure is uncomputable, and it is treated as a string, right? So if we select these two, so it is showing you only the count, right? So that shows that it is taking it as a string, right? Okay. So what we do is when we run it, so it gets all these data. Most of the data are with the problem in which the minus sign is trailing minus sign, right? Not a leading minus sign. So to convert it, we have used this process. This is so the temporarily we will means as soon as we do the first attempt of delimiting with a proper our delimiter, what we do is we use a dummy delimiter immediately after the successful conversion of figures, right? And that resets it, and then any subsequent uh, uh, attempt of text to column uh, will be successful in terms of this issue, that is the trailing minus sign. It will be resolved, right? So not in this file. For this, you have to open the other file, right? So in which we have made the adjustment. What adjustment we have done, we will show you in a minute. Okay, so we close this. We don't save it. Okay, so we will make the link of this file available to you once means both files will be available. The OneDrive path will be given to you. Okay, so first of all, let's see the process that how we address this issue using a dummy delimiter immediately after the first attempt of delimiting. So let's see. Yeah, okay, it's opening, and you see the figures are here. So first of all, we wipe off everything and we start from the scratch, right? And we log on to SAP. So, okay, this is now putting the credentials, the user ID and password, etc. done, and you are in the stage where it is ready to take the T codes. So the T codes are taken by this execute command. Which T code? This is POC4. And for how many years? 3 years. And our compared should be okay. Okay, so this will be made okay. So let me clear all these so that just to make sure that yeah, we remove all the rows, right? Okay, so nothing is now. Yeah. Okay. What we do, we start. We execute this so that it gets to the POC4 and get the data into the compared sheet. From there, we can check that if the problem of minus sign, which was trailing now it should be a leading. Yeah. At the moment in SAP, it is showing the trailing minus sign, right? That's why it was coming there. So using the delimiter with a clause of trailing minus sign equal to true. So this will convert it into the calculatable figure in Excel. Otherwise, it will take it a non-calculatable thing, and that will affect our analysis, further analysis, in which we wouldn't require the computation, calculation, etc. Right? So this is being done, and it is saying that the process is complete. Okay, it has started only for 1 year, right? But you can see that it has brought the minus sign correctly. Okay, so it has brought. If you want to do it for 3 years, you can do it 2019, right? And then you again execute it, so it will do all these things and will bring the data for the 3 years. So there's no issue in that. So this is 2019, then it will proceed to the next year and then the next year, right? So the main thing which we want to share with you is the algorithm, which is the coding in which we have, and made sure that this problem does not arise. How to tackle that problem. And it was so fascinating and so interesting that we actually dodged the Excel. The Excel was Excel was insisting to bring that issue, but we discovered we work around about it, and then that forced the Excel to not to create that issue for us. So as you can see, the figures, negative figures, are properly being shown, and for all the 3 years. Okay, so this is the final year, which is in process. This is it is doing okay. And it is transferring the data into the Excel and bringing it in a tabulated form in which we can have a comparative statement. We can filter it to see that what are the difference between year to year movement. What one is. So process is complete, and you can see it's there. Now, let's see that what we have done in this. Okay, so we go to the viewport, and here we search for the COC4, Control F, or we can say use this delimiter, which is being used, right? This is the delimiter which is being used. So let's find next in the entire project. This is going to take us to exactly the position which we would like to show you when we debug it. Okay? So these are, so this is X sharp. So this is the position where we put a breakpoint, and we show you what does it do and what is the dummy character. This is the dummy character. We see if the loop, it is, as you can see, the loop is self-explanatory. It is saying that do while the X loop is starting with 1, okay, and do it until it is less than 3. Okay, as soon as it gets to 3 or more, so it will get out of this loop. Okay, so it will start with the 1 and with a proper dummy. For the rest of the cases, it will take this dummy delimiter. Okay, and the effect of the dummy delimiter will be a will, is the is by use of on error resume next, and so the next time it will, after doing the first genuine delimiting, right, it does a dummy delimiting on the next time, and then gets out of this loop. That's it. So that causes the Excel to forget all the settings, so that whenever the next attempt of copying from the clipboard is done, so it does not get confused with respect to the trailing minus numbers, right? Okay, so let's do it now. Okay, and it will stop at this point, and we will be able to see that what it is doing. Okay, so let's proceed to start, and we say 2019, for example. Okay, now we click execute. So it is now taking to the SAP, and as soon as it completes its job for 2019, and it copies it and brings it into Excel download, then it will pass on a dummy delimiter to reset the effects that were causing the problem. Right? So yeah, so this is the first time. It is a first time is the genuine. The X loop is when X loop is one, it is one. So the genuine delimiter will be used, and uh, it will immediately come to the next time, and it will use the dummy delimiter, that is this one. You can use any other character as well, which is not common, but it should not be a common thing, right? Okay, make sure that you don't use anything then which will confuse the system. Okay, so let's press F8 and see what it does. Let me make it short so that you can see it. Okay, so what it is doing is it is starting with the right thing, and then it will do a dummy wrong thing. Okay, so let's press F8. You see, this is the right step, and this is the right thing. Okay, the next step is the wrong thing. Have it do the wrong thing, right? The dummy delimiter. Okay, and for this, it is uh, checking, and now this is the point in which it will do the delimiting to a different location, that is AA1. Okay, AA1. Okay, so on the AA1 position, you will see that what happens. F8. Okay, now it has delimited to a different location. And if you see, go and say AA1. Yeah. So since the delimiter which we use does not have any such character, so it has come up with nothing. Okay, that's fine. So that should it do. The next step, this thing, the doing of such thing, this will affect the next year. That is to 2019 is followed by 2020, right? So at the moment it is 2019. So let's see, this is going to be 2019. So it is auto fitting, and it is now putting the number of this year. Yeah, it is putting the number. Yeah, last row, and that's it. It is now doing a process to remove any unwanted rows. That's right. Okay, let it do. No issue in that. And then the next thing it is doing is putting the year. Okay? So which year it is. So here it is going to do the year. This is the place where it is doing its job. Okay, and here it will put the year. That's right. Text, and let's put it, for example, this one. That's right. You see that it will carry on, and it has done. Yeah, you can see 2019 is done already. Now it is processing 2020. Okay, and it will stop as soon as it does its job of delimiting, right? Now 2020. Okay, so it is again now in the loop, and this is 2020, right? And what we do, we run it and see as soon as it finishes, and it will auto fit this procedure. That's it. Okay, the figures are properly with the proper minus sign, means a trailing minus is issue is resolved, and now it is doing the auto fitting, and then it will proceed to the next year. In the end, you will have all the 3 years, and they are listed, and there are no minus sign, trailing minus sign issue is resolved. So this is our discovery, and we have seen it that it works very fine. Otherwise, we would have to do some other workaround, and that would cost a lot of logic as well, and waste plenty of algorithm work and coding would have been required. Right? Clear all the breakpoint and run it. So soon you will get the process complete, and we can see that the negative sign issue is resolved. So this we wanted to share with you, that this is the way This is my way of it. There can be many other ways of doing it, but we discovered it. We found it more very interesting way, and we found it eye catcher as well. It will be liked by many of the experts. We expect, right, that that is going to save a lot of efforts on the programmer part, right? So this is done, and you can see that all the negative figures are properly written, and since they are in a proper shape, so they are computable. You can use them in computation. Okay? I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.